see. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is basically we have like a level of coding for each country that measure the polygamy mindsets that's going on all over the world from 1995 to 2021. Within countries all over the world, basically as recent as 2021, based on the policies that lawmakers and politicians from the respective countries have made with respect to polygamy. So now let's try to dig into how this stuff has been fully modeled. Right now, the data builders actually made this graph that created the time series data sets, which is Mr. Glenn Harden as well as Tasnia Simoon. They developed this data set that basically codes the status of polygamy for each country from 1995 to 2021. And again, polygamy is basically a formal term for polygyny, in which men may have more than one wife, or definitely does have more than one wife, in which polyandry and polyamory are excluded. Right? Polyandry is extremely rare, and polyamory, which is consensual non-monogamy, having, multiple partners at one time, i.e. an open marriage, i.e. an open relationship, is simply a social development within primary monogamous cultures. Now, polygyny has roots in patriarchal social relations, and that's what we're talking about with polygamy. Now, how the coding works basically means 0 equals polygamy is not legally recognized and not generally tolerated. In other words, polygamy is legal. Number 1, polygamy is not legally recognized but tolerated in practice. And 2, polygamy is legalized all the way throughout, regardless of how common it is. Countries coded 0 when polygamy is not recognized in law. Examples where bigamy is illegal and where extralegal polygamy is not tolerated as a social practice. A country is coded 0 even in face of occasional reports of polygamy, provided that these unions are considered very exceptional. Examples: Albania, United States, or affect a small ethnic minority isolated from political influence, i.e. Chile. Countries coded 1 where polygamy is not recognized in law, but where external legal polygamy is tolerated as a social practice. A country is also coded 1 in cases of reports of non-residential polygamy, in which men maintain more than one family in more than one residence, i.e. Guatemala. A country is coded 2 and when civil law explicitly recognizes or permits polygamy. A country is also coded 2 in cases where polygamy is permitted under traditional or religious law, and these laws are recognized by the courts. A country is coded 2 if polygamy is legally recognized only for some part of the population. Examples: Muslims in India or Singapore. If polygamy is legally recognized but rare, it is still coded 2. Given the great variety in laws and social relations, the coders need to make judgments about which category best represents the situation in each country. Each coding decision is available in the stata.do file, which generates basically the data set, which we'll actually dig into as well in a separate video, which we'll actually further discuss more on this. If a researcher believes that a coding decision is an error, please contact the authors. We'll figure that stuff out in Python. Now let's get to the meat and bones, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's go look at the chart, right? If we look at each and every country that we see here, right, we got like 1, 2 countries that's there. If we try to scroll down to the right, we got 1, 2, 3. Basically, you have polygamy being recognized as some and actually practice it, and they allow it to go on. And the rest of the guys, all the blank countries that you see up over the years, don't legalize polygamy whatsoever. In Azerbaijan, polygamy wasn't recognized fully, and it wasn't even fully tolerated. Wasn't tolerated partially until 1999. Bahrain, Bangladesh, all fully done. The rest of the guys, Benin, for a time, polygamy was fully legalized until 2004, right? In which they still allow to happen, even though laws don't even allow that basically as much as they do now. Bhutan, legal all the way around, right? Bolivia, Bosnia, Botswana, African continent, polygamy is fully legal. Brunei, fully legal. Burkina Faso, not African continent, fully legal. Burundi, Cambodia, all fully, all recognized at that point, but not officially legal. Cameroon legal. Cape Verde, some were recognized, but not officially legal. Central African Republic, Chad. You see a bunch of African continents that allow polygamy to go on. Cote d'Ivoire, another one. Democratic Republic of the Congo, they practice it, but it's not fully legally done. Djibouti, another one. Egypt, Guinea, Eritrea, fully recognized and legalized until 2015, even though they still practice it. Eswatini, fully legal. Ethiopia, they still practice it, even though it's not fully legal. Gabon, right? Gambia, see all over there in African continent. Ghana, practice, even though it's not officially legalized. Guatemala is basically practically done, even though it's not fully legalized up in a Latin American country. Guinea, not fully legalized until 2019. Guinea-Bissau, legal all the way around. Haiti, it's basically been practiced up in the Haitian community, up all the way up over there, but not fully legalized, right? You see the rest there. India, polygamy is legal. Indonesia, polygamy legal. Iran, Iraq. You see some of that in some Asian countries as well. Israel, polygamy is practiced, but not officially legalized. Jordan, fully legal. Pakistan, they started fully recognizing on polygamy in 1998, but not officially legalizing. Kenya is fully legal, polygamy year-round. Kuwait, polygamy is legal. You can see all the countries there with Laos and Kyrgyzstan. I'm seeing the trends. I'm seeing all these other countries up in the African continent and the Middle East, right? Madagascar, Malawi, Malaysia, Maldives, Mali, Mauritania, Mauritius, Mongolia, Morocco, Mozambique, Myanmar, fully legalized until 2015, in which lawmakers struck that stuff down. Namibia, fully legalized all the way out. Nepal, still practice, but not officially legalized. The Netherlands, they started practicing polygamy, basically started practicing polygamy on the down low in 2008. Nicaragua, polygamy is practiced there, but not legalized, but they don't do any strict enforcement. Nigeria, fully legal. Nigeria, fully legal. Oman, fully legal. Pakistan, fully legal. Papua New Guinea, fully legal until 2014. And you see the rest coming by. Philippines, fully legal. Okay. Qatar, fully legal. Russia, practice, but not officially legalized. Rwanda, same thing. Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Solomon Islands, Somalia, South Africa, South Sudan, Sri Lanka, Sudan, Syria, Taiwan. See it go on and on. And if you know, it's the countries that are actually mainly doing this, that do a lot of this polygamy stuff, are countries that are based up in the African continent as well as Asia and the Middle East. Alright, y'all see this stuff, right? Uganda, UAE, another Middle Eastern country, Uzbekistan, Vanuatu, African countries, Middle Eastern, Vietnam, Asian countries, Yemen, Middle Eastern, Zambia, and last but not least, if I'm not mistaken, the last country that they have up there, I believe, is Zimbabwe, if I'm not mistaken. So, seeing the trend when it comes to where polygamy is legal and where polygamy is practiced. Just to try and give y'all some information, give y'all some real cold game. Okay? And I will be looking up that DO file and see if I can try to convert it down to a CSV, so I can try and dig into the mindset of what each and every country is thinking. Right? So for those of y'all that want to learn, that want to yearn to have multiple wives on a legal scale, this is what you're going to have to be dealing with your country. And if you choose to deal with that, and yes, I understand, I can understand Myron's point on that, having your purpose, having your business, get yourself set up financially, but I also understand the legal repercussions, understand the environment that you're living in, should you choose to live a polygamous lifestyle. But you also have to adjust to the culture that you actually come by once you arrive up in that particular country as well, should you choose to live the polygamous lifestyle. And I got more to come on that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting started. and it's about to get juicier.